Hey everybody, it's Chris from C.H.Diegel Photography. I'm here in beautiful Huntington, Vermont with this pretty epic view of Camels Hump. I'm going to hang out for a little while and hopefully take me some pictures tonight. So what a day, beautiful day out here in front of Camels Hump. Got to see Shakespeare the Owl this morning. Had a good time with him too, so maybe some of you saw that video from earlier today. I might shout at you a little bit. I might not. I might just let you enjoy this view. I mean, come on, look at this. And me. I know. I'm not quite as pretty as Camel's Hump is there, but I'll let you look at the mountain instead. So I was just on Instagram Live too, and you know, one thing I talked a little bit about was about I get a lot of questions from photographers and artists about selling their work. And you know, a lot of people will kind of express frustration to me. They've tried it and they haven't had a lot of success. And inevitably, I always hear the same thing. It's like, well, I got a website, you know, and I post some photos on Facebook, or I did a farmer's market or two, you know, or I did 3 or 4 like holiday shows, but I just never really had that much success, and you know, just got frustrated and quit. And I said, you know, well, when I ask, you know, inevitably, well, how long were you at it for, you know? And I might get like 2 months or 3 months or maybe 6 months or a year. And I gotta tell you, no matter how good you are, that's not enough time for you to be successful at selling art. It doesn't matter if you're the best, you know, photographer or painter in the world. You know, selling art is different. You know, it's about, you know, building relationships with people. And you know, something I tell these folks is, you know, the person that walks into my door at the gallery, or the person who makes, you know, the website purchase today, you know, that person who buys from me today, inevitably what I hear from them is, oh, hey, I saw your work 3 years ago at the Stowe Foliage Arts Festival, or, you know, I've been following your Instagram page for like 2 years now, and finally just saw the one piece I couldn't live without. So, you know, selling your work is an investment in time. And the only way that you can build up to regular sales, you know, to the frequent sales, is to stick with it. Oh, there we're back again. All right, we lost the connection up here for a little while, for a minute there. So yeah, I mean, as I was saying, if you're trying to sell your work, you know, it takes years to build up to making regular sales. So, you know, don't give up after 6 months. Don't give up after a year, even if you haven't had a lot of success, because that's just not enough time. You know, you haven't given yourself enough time to be successful. Really, you know, I was really down. I was really depressed, you know, after the holidays passed, and I'm kind of looking at all the numbers and just realizing that it really was as bad as I thought it was. And I was down on myself and doubting myself and thinking like, oh God, I'm not good. I'm not good as all these other guys. You know, I'm joking, you know, I'm kidding myself, you know, all down on my own work. And so if you felt like that, Oh, there we're back again. Sorry, we lost the connection. That's the, you know, that's the, is it good or a beauty or a bad thing of being out in the mountains? We don't have a connection for Facebook Live. But anyway, as I was saying, people that sell lots of art get frustrated, and so that's just part of it. Yeah, so if you're feeling that way, stick with it because we've all felt that way. We've all felt frustrated, and we all have doubted ourselves and doubted our own work, because we're going through a tough time. But it's what happened to me after that holiday season, that horrible holiday season, is then I went around and I had the best January I've ever had. And thank you everybody who helped with that. Thanks for everybody who helped with the new website sale and joined the mailing list for the giveaway. That was great, guys. So after that, I was like, oh, okay, well, wait a minute. I'm not horrible. My work doesn't suck. This is just hard. And that was just a tough spot. And that's what artists go through. And that's part of being, a working artist. And that's a part of selling your own work is that you're going to get frustrated and you're going to get down on yourself. But you got to stick it out through that and keep going. So you get to that next step that, oh, wait a minute. Now things are right. Now I'm getting more sales. Now things, I'm seeing like, okay, my work is decent. People do like what I do. So like I said, be persistent if you want to sell your artwork. You're going to get frustrated, and that's just part of the game. But stick with it. Really stick with it, and put the time in, and invest in making relationships, with your fans and people who are into your work. That's something that I'm not always the best at. I haven't really been that great at kind of sharing a lot of myself with people. And maybe if you've been tuning in this year, I'm kind of trying to change that a little bit, trying to put myself, who I am, out there a little more, because I realize maybe, some of you folks might want to learn about me or what I do. So that's kind of like my New Year's resolution, was to be more engaging with you folks. I really appreciate everybody tuning in and checking out the work and stopping by the shop and seeing it. And, of course, all you that have prints hanging on the wall, that means more to me than I can say. I'm not going to chat too much longer here, guys. I'm going to set the real camera up on the tripod here in another minute, but I'll let you enjoy this just beautiful view of Camels Hump. See if we can get that exposed a little better. There we go. There we go, Facebook Live. That's a better exposure. This is just such a gorgeous spot. So if you want to ask, I know some of you are going to go, where are you, Chris? Where is this incredible view of Camels Hump? And I'm normally pretty forthcoming, or, I usually want to tell you guys where I take a picture. But this one, quite frankly, I was shown this spot on the condition that I don't publicly disclose its location. So this is one time, guys, where I've got to be hush-hush. I'm in a cool spot. I'm in Huntington, which you can tell from the side of the mountain I'm on. So you're going to have to find this one yourself. I just love being out here. Perfect day. No wind. I don't mind the cold so much, but I really don't like wind. I'm a pretty big weenie when it's really windy. It can be, 0. It can be 5 below, as long as the wind's not blowing. And when the wind's blowing, it's harder too. It makes shooting more difficult too when it's really windy. you'd be surprised, like even a big heavy camera on a big full-size tripod, the wind will still blow that thing around, and it'll, um, so, obviously that presents a challenge. When things in your photograph, like say this tree right here, when that's whipping all around in the wind, that makes, that thing makes taking a picture more complicated too. It's just another added challenge when it's really windy. Sometimes it's really, really windy. Like, I've been up on Camels Hump in Mansfield and we're back. I lost you there for a minute. It's probably okay because I should probably shove off anyway and set the real camera up on the tripod here. Sure, if anybody saw me right now, they'd be like, I can't believe he brings that gigantic tripod to do his phone videos. That's what it looks like. Not too many people are going to see me out here, though. I don't think I've ever seen another soul in this location. Well, I've seen signs of people, but never actually ran into anyone.